Hi there and welcome to today's lesson. In this video, we'll be looking at how to use used to talk about past habits and situations that are no longer true. We'll also compare it with other tenses so you can be clear about when to use used to, didn't used to, and was doing. So let's get started and see how you can talk about your past routines and experiences. First, let's compare these example situations. Nicola doesn't travel much these days. She prefers to stay at home. But she used to travel a lot. She used to go away 2 or 3 times a year. So she used to travel a lot means she traveled often in the past, but she doesn't do this anymore. I used to do something, which means I did it often in the past, but not anymore. For example, I used to play tennis a lot, but I don't play very much now. David used to spend a lot of money on clothes. These days, he can't afford it. Do you go to the cinema much? Not now, but I used to. I used to go. We also use used to for things that were true, but are not true anymore. For example, this building is now a furniture shop. It used to be a cinema. I used to think Mark was unfriendly, but now I realize he's a very nice person. I've started drinking coffee recently. I never used to like it before. Lisa used to have very long hair when she was a child. But keep in mind that I used to do something is always past. There is no present version. You cannot say I used to do. To talk about the present, we use the present simple. I do. And let's compare. We used to live in a small village, but now we live in a city. There used to be 4 cinemas in town. Now there is only 1. The normal question form is, did you used to? Did you used to eat a lot of sweets when you were a child? Did you do this often? The negative form is didn't used to. Use not to is also possible. I didn't used to like him, or I used not to like him. Now let's compare I used to do and I was doing. I used to watch TV a lot. I watched TV often in the past, but I don't do this anymore. I was watching TV when Rob called. I was in the middle of watching TV. Be careful. Do not confuse I used to do and I am used to doing. The structures and meanings are different. For example, I used to live alone. I lived alone in the past, but I no longer live alone. I am used to living alone. I live alone and it's not a problem for me because I've lived alone for some time. And that's a wrap on our video on used to. Now you know how to talk about things you did often in the past but don't do anymore, and how to make questions and negatives with this structure. This video is the last in our series about present and past tenses. In the next videos, we'll move on to ways to talk about the future. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more grammar tips. See you in the next video.